Coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
And that was Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show, and I'm your host, Skip Coryell, author of 22 books, Marine Corps veteran, founder of the Second Amendment March, proud father of 7, grandfather to 20 and counting, and as a special bonus, I'm also madly in love with my own wife. My priorities in life are God, family, and country in that order, and I hereby promise to never compromise in my convictions. I may go broke, but I'll never go woke. And now we have a special guest today. His name is Ted Jensen. Ted is an award-winning speaker, public educator, a 28-year veteran, inspector for the Grand Rapids Fire Department's Prevention Bureau. He's received the Fire Department's Medal of Merit and a Medal of Commendation for reaching the public through a wide variety of safety messaging. All right, Ted, welcome to the Home Defense Show today.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Did you know that you were all of those things?
Well, yeah, I didn't realize it till I started looking into myself more.
Well, sometimes it pays just to do a background check on yourself so you know who you really are.
That's right.
All right.
Internet's always a good source.
Yeah, well, Ted, why don't you just give us like a 30-second quick bio? We know what the internet says about you, but what do you say about you?
Well, I'm a public educator of sorts. I'm an inspector for the fire department, at least for the next year until I retire. And my passions are reaching people, teaching people about being safe, and helping direct them on the right path of life.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to retirement?
Well, I look at it more as repurposing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can relate to that, Ted, because I'm 68 years old and I'm quote unquote retired, but I still work 40, 60 hours a week. But
You got to do something.
yeah, well, it's more fun. I mean, I don't want to retire and then, and then die. I want to have fun. So that's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Are you going to be moving somewhere warm or are you going to stay up here in Michigan?
No, we're going to pretty much stay where we're at. Love the place we're at, so there's no need to move until we get too old to climb the stairs, of course.
There you go. Well, I've was born and raised in Michigan, been here my whole life. I'm 68 years old. I love the seasons here in Michigan. If I could just tweak one thing, it would be like winter would be 1 month instead of like 3 or 4. That's the only thing I'd change. But do you like the cold weather?
Oh, I do. I don't mind the cold. This last couple of weeks has been a little bit on the extreme side, but
Yeah.
before becoming a fire inspector, I was a service tech for heating and cooling. So, I was always in the elements, so you just get used to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't recall how many times have you spoken at the Larry Jackson Memorial Church Safety Conference?
I was thinking about that today. It's either 5 or 6. I've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and it's primarily about fire prevention and fire safety. Um, why is that so important to you? Because obviously you've made your life about all of that.
Well, honestly, everybody says this, but mine is true. I have the greatest job in the world. I get to save lives that never know they were saved just by keeping them safe and teaching them how to be safe.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
my presentation I've been giving there is it's not about fire anymore because it's really not about fire anymore. It's about knowing where your exits are, knowing how to get out of the building, knowing that, where you came in is not exactly always going to be there for you to get out, especially in this ever-changing world we live in.
yeah. Smoke alarms, fire alarms, are those still important, or what's the deal with that?
They are your first line of defense.
Okay.
Most home fires happen between 9 at night and 5 in the morning. So normal people are usually sleeping about that time. So if
Hmm.
you have a working smoke alarm, that will announce that you have a condition that you need to be concerned about. And roughly you have about a minute to a minute and a half to effectively get out of the building before the fire takes over. because
Hmm.
it takes about 3 minutes and 47 seconds for a small fire to consume a room to a point of flashover, which means the ceiling temperature is 1600 degrees and the floor temperature is 600 degrees, and nothing in that room could survive that.
Wow. Did you say 3 minutes and 45 seconds?
That is correct.
That's not very long at all. Um, that's till it spreads to what, like the next level, the next story, or to a different room?
Well, it's called flashover. That means everything in the room reaches its auto ignition point and automatically starts on fire.
Hmm.
But before that, we got a thick toxic cloud of arsenic, cyanide, and carbon monoxide, which is the byproducts of a normal fire, that are spreading through the house in the form of cloud of smoke.
Hmm.
So that's why a smoke detector is hugely important, a working smoke detector that you
Yeah.
test every month. And having one placed outside your bedroom, inside your bedroom, and on every level of your home is critically important because where's the fire going to start?
Yeah. That toxic cloud, that smoke that you're talking about is that when it gets that hot, it's like it's kind of a poison gas, isn't it? Because everything is being vaporized, plastic, I mean, all kinds of things.
Exactly. And that's most of everything that we have in our home is made from some form of oil. And, plastic, that's oil.
Hmm.
So it's readily burnable. We used to have legacy furniture where it was made of cotton and wool. That takes a whole lot longer for it to reach that auto ignition temperature.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm curious on fire alarms, smoke alarms, because we have a wood stove here. We heat with wood, and it's challenging to get a smoke alarm that won't go off when it's not supposed to, because I think there's just more dust, smoke in the air in general when you're burning with wood heat. Do you have any recommendations for people who heat with wood?
Well, what I would suggest is placement of the smoke alarm is critically important. For your case, when you open up the wood burner, you get a little whiff of smoke out.
Yeah.
Okay, and that could potentially set off the smoke alarm. So in that case, move it far enough away from that area, 10 to 15 feet, and put it on the wall instead of the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Make sure that you stay within the 6 to 12 inches from the ceiling.
Okay.
And the same thing if you have, a smoke alarm in your hallway where there is a bathroom. And I always use the example of you have teenagers, they take steam baths. So when they open up the door, the steam rolls out and sets off the smoke alarm.
Yes. Yeah, and sometimes teenagers are in there for like a half an hour. I don't know.
Well, it takes a while to drain the hot water tank.
Yes, that's right. And they do too. You know, it's a challenge to get up before the teenagers do so that you can get in and get the hot water.
Exactly.
As far as are there brands or types of smoke alarms that work better in different situations?
Well, there are multiple brands. Most of them are made by BRK, which is a parent company.
Hmm.
But what you're looking for mostly is a smoke alarm that has a 10-year self-contained battery.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know they made those anymore. I'm still replacing batteries.
Yep. And your smoke alarm should be replaced every 10 years
Hmm.
because the
Okay.
element in there that senses the smoke builds up with dust and it becomes less sensitive.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
as we discussed, you don't have a lot of time to make that decision.
So once a decade, just buy a new smoke alarm, and for people who are listening, they can just go on Amazon if they want, and they can search on something with a 10-year self-contained battery.
That's correct. Make sure it has a UL seal on it. Underwriters Laboratory tests all of the smoke alarms that are allowed to be used in the United States.
Ah, okay. All right.
So sometimes when you're buying off the internet, you're getting stuff that it might not have that exact seal on it.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, you've just given me an action item because I'm tired of changing the batteries, and it sounds like I should be changing them at least every or the actual smoke detector every 10 years should be getting a new one anyway. So I think that's a good idea. When you're 68 years old, it's not that much money because maybe it's only one more smoke detector for the duration of my life. Who knows? I'm living
Oh
on
yeah.
borrowed time here, Ted.
Yeah, if you amateurize out replacing your 9-volt battery every year like you're supposed to,
Hmm.
the cost of that is more than buying the 10-year lithium battery.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Fantastic. A 10-year self-contained battery.
Yep,
UL approved. All right.
correct.
Okay. Well, what other advice do you have for, like the average homeowner?
I would strongly encourage that you know two ways out of your home.
Ah, okay.
Because if the fire's in the hallway, you can't go out that way. If it's in the living room, the smoke is coming down the hallway.
Hmm.
Okay, so having two ways out, and the best time to practice anything is before you have to use it.
Hmm.
So practice it before the fire happens, because learning it during the fire is not the time to figure that out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and
Um,
I suggest that for anyone who has children, work with your children so they know how to get out, how to open up the window and get out the window.
mhm. Yeah.
And
For us here, we've got all the bedrooms are on the second floor. Uh,
yep,
and then the master bedroom is on the back of the house. And that's probably as far away from the kitchen and the wood stove as you can possibly get. So what I was thinking is the kids would have to go about 30 feet to get to our bedroom. And then we have a window that we can climb out and out onto the roof and then just jump down from there. Does that sound like, without looking at our house, does that sound like the right thing to do?
well, it could work, but you got to remember the smoke is going to go everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, smoke's you have a wood burner, you
Hmm.
start the fire, you got a little bit of smoke first before the flame starts really building up. So
So
that's the same thing on a regular house fire. You're going to get a lot of smoke before you get the flame.
got it. So it might be better just to have the kids get out their window without coming to our.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Well, then I have another action item. I have to get a smoke detector, but now I have to have a family meeting
Yeah,
to talk about that. So,
good idea. And
yeah.
sleeping with your bedroom door shut is something NFPA recommends, National Fire Protection Association,
Oh, okay.
because even a very inexpensive bedroom door will keep a fire on the outside of it for 20 minutes.
Got it. Um, well, I have another question, Ted. I'm sorry. I'm selfishly commandeering all your time here, but the house that I live in, it's a 120-year-old farmhouse. It's not modern construction with, like drywall and studs, all of that. Basically, I mean, the exterior walls are probably, 10 inches thick, and
Hmm.
they've got, horsehair and lath, plaster, all in there. Do those burn faster than modern construction or slower than modern construction?
Plaster walls are actually really good for not burning because there's very little in there that's cement.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
it doesn't mean cement isn't a problem because there's moisture in it. So in a fire, when it heats up, moisture expands, you get cracks. But keeping the holes patched is important because then it keeps the fire from going in the walls and
Okay.
transmitting, especially in your house. Your house is balloon construction. That means you basically can go from the first floor all the way up to this attic in through the wall because there's no plates to separate the floors.
Yeah. You know, I know you're absolutely right with that because one time we had bats in our attic
Oh
and
yeah.
and they just came down through the walls all the way to the first floor and they were, we're sitting there, we're watching TV one night and some bat pops out of the wall and just starts flying around, but I got him with a tennis racket. But
Good for you.
yeah, so Ted, what else should people know or do about fires?
Well, this time of year, and Christmas is most of the time, we get a lot of candle use. It's a good idea when you go out of the room, blow out the candle.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
You forget about it. It smells nice, it looks nice, and people just kind of forget about it. Another important thing, one of the main causes of fire, well, there's three main causes of fire. I'll give you this one:
Okay.
men, women, and children. Okay.
Okay. Now we need a little more detail than that.
Yeah. But the main problem with fire right now is cooking fires.
Mm,
And believe it or not, smoking fires are still pretty high, even though a lot of people are not smoking anymore.
yeah.
But, cooking fires is a problem because you could put something on the stove and we get involved in our phone or, you know, start watching a video or something like that and don't pay attention to it. And then the pan catches on fire.
Yeah.
So you should, at that point, shut the heat off, put a lid on the pan, call 911 and get everybody out of the house.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Because what the fire needs three things. What oxygen, fuel, and heat is that the
Correct.
okay.
Take away any one of that triangle and it doesn't work.
Yeah, I learned that in Boy Scouts about 50 some years ago. And fire hasn't changed.
Not at all.
All right. Well, Ted, tell us some of the things that you're going to be talking about at the Larry Jackson Memorial Church Safety Conference.
Well, I got blessed with being asked to do the keynote speech, and I'm mostly going to talk about what it is, what it takes to be a good servant leader. Okay, mostly it's focusing on the leadership part, not leadership on the exterior, because we have to start from the interior. We have to start with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We have to examine ourselves and see what we think, what we feed our minds, what we feed our soul, and be able to build from that.
All right. Well, fantastic. I know a lot of times, I've been teaching church safety through my own company for, 15 plus years, and fire safety tends to get, take a back seat, to things like active shooting and things like that. But it's every bit as important. Well, we just had a church burned down here in Michigan just in the last 6 months, didn't we? I think it was over by the east side of the state.
Yep. Yeah, we've had that. And, honestly, we're having a lot of other issues with churches. And, like we just seen in the news, not but a couple weeks ago, people coming into the church causing a disturbance.
Oh, yeah.
So, my part of the keynote speech, I'm going to be focusing on helping people to see things differently about their surroundings.
All right.
So, in other words, knowing where your exits are and what blocks the exit and helping them to recognize that, when you go to a place like the Van Andel Arena, everybody comes in that big elephant tunnel on the one end.
Mm-hmm.
You go to your seat and you don't think nothing more about it. Did you know there's like 20 other exits you can go out?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that makes sense because whether it's a fire or whether it's an active shooter or anything like that, you always want to know where a secondary escape route is. That just makes good sense.
It does. It's protecting you, and then you are protecting your family and your brethren in Christ.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are protectors and defenders.
That's right.
All right. Okay. Well, Ted, we're running out of time. Any final words? Anything you want to touch on that we haven't talked about yet?
Well, if anybody's interested in going to the conference, I would strongly encourage it because, it's been going on for 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just church based. I mean, they have representatives from schools, law enforcement, and corporations there, not just from Michigan. They've had representatives from Ohio and South Carolina, Missouri show up for this conference to learn about how to protect their residents or occupants or fellow employees in preparing for the way the world is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I was there at the very first one. Um, Boy, a long, long time ago, and I've been there. I don't think I've missed a year since then, but there's all kinds of things going on there. I mean, you are the keynote speaker, but then there are breakout sessions that people can go to. One on first aid by Tom Conrad, The Complete Warrior by, yours truly, Skip Coriel, Building and Maintaining Church Safety Teams by Trevor DeGroot, Integrated Dynamic Response Training, Assault Prevention and Response for Security by Craig Gray. He's a good friend of the show.
Yeah.
Lethal Force and the Law by Jim Mikowski. scenario-based training with Austin, Tom, and Jake. And there is active violence immediate response training with Jason Mischler and John Brandow. Response to active shooter threats with Victor Pierce. And place of worship active assailant preparation and response by Jim Yarger. So that's what we have this year. Do you have the date memorized?
February 21st.
February 21st.
Check-in starts at 7:30. I guess we'll call it the show starts at 8:30 because that's what I go on.
Okay. All right. And then where can people go to register?
You can go to www.berrychurchsafety.
berrychurchsafety.org. All right. Yep. All right, Ted, that is fantastic. I want to thank you for all that you do. You have the kind of job where you save a lot of lives, but you don't even necessarily know how many or who, because you weren't there when it actually happened. So thank you for all your public service, Ted.
And thank you for being the light into this world.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, folks, this is Skip Coryell on Home Defense Show, and that about wraps it up for this week's show. I've had a good time, and I hope you have too. Please don't forget to thank our sponsors, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range at centershotgunrange.com, shootingclasses.com to help you find the right trainer for your needs, and the United States Concealed Carry Association. Please join us again next week for all your home defense needs. In the meantime, God bless and stay safe.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
At Center Shot Gun Range, we are passionate about training. Don't know where to start? We offer a 1-hour new shooter seminar to introduce you to the world of firearms and help you find training opportunities specific to you. Concealed carry, home defense, firearm safety, AR-15, private one-on-one training, custom training, or maybe you're on a security team looking to protect your church or business. We even offer weekday morning and evening classes. Center Shot Gun Range has you covered. Start your journey at centershotgunrange.com.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
Attention business owners. Are you leaving your website open to security issues and hacking due to a lack of maintenance or overseas outsourcing? Don't let that happen to your business. Choose experienced U.S.-based website developers that can customize your website to fit your specific needs. Appletree MediaWorks has been growing businesses online since 2009. With over 80 years of combined experience, their team conducts constant research and development to keep up with ever-changing online threats. Your website deserves the best protection available. Call Appletree MediaWorks today at 877-977-1364 to keep your website secure and grow your business online. Or visit appletree.media.
Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If this sounds good to you, you sound good to me. And I'd like to help you do those things. Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If you're looking for more excitement in your life, we have nothing to offer you. But if you are a thoughtful, responsible, nonviolent man or woman, we'd love to teach you what to do if something crazy happens. More importantly, we'd like to teach you what not to do. We currently have over 500,000 members. They are doctors and single moms and firemen and grandmothers and veterans and Democrats and Republicans and members of every faith. But the one thing they all have in common is that they know exactly what to do if something crazy happens. When you're with one of our members, you are safe. Our members know how to de-escalate situations. They know how to calm things down. We are the United States Concealed Carry Association. See what we're all about at usconcealedcarry.com.
Discover the little-known backstory of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association at usconcealedcarry.com.
In today's world, safety and preparedness are more important than ever. At Trinity Training and Security, we offer comprehensive training for your peace of mind. Whether you're obtaining your concealed pistol license, mastering CPR and first aid, or engaging in scenario-based training, we've got you covered. We look forward to working with you in one of our classes or bringing the class to your church, school, or business. Need security for an event? Protecting your assets? Our team provides private security, close protection, media crew escorts, high security terminations, and more. Always with discretion and professionalism. With Trinity, safety is more than a service. It's a commitment.
Thank you for joining us this week on The Home Defense Show. Now, get out there and protect the ones you love. We'll see you next week with more of the best in home defense.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!